Hearing underway on the Trump administration's efforts to try and block Harvard from enrolling international students, of which there are many at that school. The school's challenging the ban in court, and Carrie Urbano is here to tell us what's important. Carrie, nice to see you. Good morning. Let me go just read what the State Department's saying about Harvard visas. In part, they say State Department is now scrutinizing all visa holders associated with Harvard, not just student visas. That includes B1, which is business, B2, which is tourist, and any others. It will be a substantive investigation aimed at identifying potential security vulnerabilities or other abuses of the visa system. Those last 2 points are what stick out to me. Explain the case on behalf of the government. What are they arguing before the judge?
The government is making three pretty simple arguments. One is that Harvard has been working with the Chinese Communist Party on various projects, including with people who are complicit or were complicit in the Uyghur genocide. The second argument they're making for this decertification that would no longer allow Harvard to enroll international students excuse me, is that they are not properly complying with records. And the reason the government is arguing this is saying you're not keeping the records that you need to on these foreign and international students. The reason we know this is because we've asked you for them, and you're not giving those to us. And then the third argument is that Harvard has created an anti-Semitic environment for Jewish students. Now, we don't need a report to tell us that, Bill, because I think anyone watching the protests and following the news loosely over the last 2 years could see that with our own eyes. However, Harvard did just release a report that was over 300 pages last month that presented a pretty disturbing picture of the kind of environment that Jewish students are being forced to experience if they attend Harvard. Now, Harvard's coming back and saying, look, this is a pretext. You just don't like what we stand for. You don't like our professors and how we do business. This is about academic freedom, and you're retaliating against us. And the government is saying, hold on, academic freedom does not include being able to violate the Civil Rights Act and the like. And so we'll see how this all plays out in court today.
Yeah, I think it's. Senator Kennedy was with us the other day, and he said, if you're getting he said it's simple. If you're getting, paraphrasing, if you're getting taxpayer dollars, you got to pay by the government rules. If you're not taking the taxpayer dollars, you can make your own rules. That's how he explained it. I think also 27% of the student population at Harvard comes from overseas. That's a lot of people at that school. Let me move quickly to this other story regarding Mahmoud Khalil, okay? This is the Columbia student that was set for deportation. It hasn't happened yet, but he is being held by ICE. The judge said this: the district court held what we already knew. The Secretary Rubio's weaponization of immigration law to punish Mahmoud and others like him is likely unconstitutional. We will work as quickly as possible to provide the court the additional information it requested, supporting our effort to free Mahmoud or otherwise return him to his wife and newborn son. Now, there's a question of due process in all this. Do you believe a fair reading of this case affords him due process, or has he been given that due process as of now?
He's been getting due process all along. You know, Bill, there have been some reasonable criticisms raised about the Trump administration's handling of some of these immigration matters, and if the people in those particular situations were given the proper process. That is not the case in this particular situation. Mr. Khalil has been given process every step of the way. He had a hearing before an immigration judge in April. And by the way, that judge extended the hearing time or delayed it so that Mr. Khalil would have more time to prepare. He gave him several weeks to prepare. This executive branch immigration judge found him to be deportable. Why did he find him to be deportable? Because Secretary Rubio, who has the discretion in these matters, filed a declaration in court listing the following things: that Mr. Khalil was involved in anti-Semitic protests, disruptive activities, and had received citations related to unlawful conduct. But then this federal court district judge yesterday issues this opinion and says, you know, I don't really agree with Secretary Rubio's position here. It's unconstitutional because it's vague. And, you know, Bill, I think what's unconstitutional is the fact that this judge decided to start moonlighting as a Secretary of State, because he is the one who has the discretion in this matter, not the judge.
Wow, very interesting. So 2 hot cases. We're watching both of them together. Thanks for taking us through it, Carrie, and we'll see what happens from the Harvard hearing now underway in Boston. Thank you.
Hey, it's Will Kane. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News channel on YouTube. It's the best way to get our latest interviews and highlights. And click to subscribe to the Will Cain podcast for full episodes right now.